YouTube, how we doing today? This is Bubba from the Bubba Sports Podcast, bringing you a brand new video today. A little bit different. Going back, throwing it back to episode 98 of the Bubba Sports Podcast, pre-YouTube, pre-video. These were the favorite sports moments for me of the decade. So favorite sports moments of my life, basically. Yeah, so I thought about it. I was going through some video ideas, and I was like, hey, might as well do some reactions to them. And for those that haven't gone back and listened to this episode, just basically give you a brief understanding of why I think these are my favorite moments of the decade and of my life, basically, since other than like pre-2010, I only remember like WWE and like Cowboy stuff, but those weren't some good times in the Cowboys era, so we're not going to talk about that. As far as this decade, 2010 to 2020, these are my favorite moments. What I want to do is I want to take this video and be more interactive with it. So if you're watching this right now and you have me on Twitter, Instagram, or you want to put in the comments down below, please put in your favorite moments from your entire life. What are your favorite sports moments from your lifetime? I will get those. I will put them in a new episode, and we'll do a compilation of, submissions. And then from there, I'll give you my reaction to them, whether I'm watching them for the first time or I've seen them before, and give you my opinion on it. So please go on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, or comments down below on the YouTube channel. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do. We're on 68 subscribers. We're one away. But we're also not seven away from 75 subscribers. And no, I did not cut this up and think about it before I started recording it. But we're also one away. Just saying. All right. But comments down below. Put in your favorite sports moments. It could be, let's do every submission as 5. So we could, like, if you put in 5, I'll do a specific episode on just you. If you want to keep it anonymous, that's cool. If you don't, leave your name. Or if I know you already, maybe I'll throw you in. Just kidding. All right. But yeah, so we'll do that for another time. But please send in those submissions. All right. Before we get into the actual videos and my reaction to them, we're going to go back to episode 98 of the Bubba Sports Podcast, pre-everything, right? And when I was listening to this, just because I wanted to remember the exact list and the list that I had, like, in order, I just wanted to go back and listen to it. And we'll just let it speak for itself, because there's... this is bad timing for this. When I listened to it, I just started laughing. I really did. All right. That's that old Bubba Sports Podcast. Get to the intro. Bubba, get to the intro. Bubba! Happy New Year, everybody. Fucking damn it. I screwed up already. Whoa! All right. 2021's the year. Forget about 2020. We'll get them next time. Solo. And that year 2020 is filled with blessings on top of blessings on top of blessings. Because that's what we're going to have here on the podcast. Every one of you that is listening to me talk right now, I hope nothing but the best for you. Because I'm here to have the best year of my life. 2019 was shit, people. But damn it! What? Out of all that, let's get into the list, shall we? All right. Number 5, you have it on the screen already. Packers versus Cowboys, divisional game from 2016. Rookie season, Dak Prescott. Rookie season, Ezekiel Elliott. You can even see from this frame. You see Tyron Smith. You got 65. Who was 65? I don't remember 65. Was that Connor Williams? That can't be Connor Williams, right? Because Doug Free was still here. I don't know who 65 is. Shit. But hey, great offensive line. You got Jason Wynn. Still, he had some speed right there. You want to see some real speed? Des Bryant, Cole Beasley. Who else we got? Oh, that's Terrence Williams. Oh man, look. Let's just go through the highlights. Still, Des Bryant was doing great things. That's when I really started to think that Des Bryant was falling off. Cole Beasley became their number one. Dan Bailey. Automatic. Dan the man. Ty Montgomery. When the Packers were starting to realize that they needed a running game, Randall Cobb. Ooh. Imagine. Oh, David, what are you doing? Aaron Rodgers. You literally cannot give him that throw. You cannot give him that free play. First of all, you got Rodgers on Sean Lee, or Sean Lee on Rodgers. That's a mistake. But I mean, Sean Lee was not healthy at this point. He could not stay healthy. And this is 2016. He was banged up. Those hamstrings right there, oof, those are rough times. But you just cannot give him a free play like that. Now, David Irving, you know I love David Irving. That man was doing great things. And honestly, I've talked about it before. Earlier in the season, it was week 6 of this 2016 season to where David Irving came out. He had the showcase against the Packers at Lambeau. That's when it became known that David Irving was a menace inside. And he played very good in this game. And the last play that they're going to show here, that's where I go a little bit more into it. Jared Cook, too. Hate that man now. He's great protection. You can't give him that much time. Brandon Carr. Get the fuck out of here. Brandon Carr was horrible with the Cowboys. Just look at these floaters. That was on Byron Jones, too. Exposed. That's a touchdown. I'm telling you, man. I've had some people complain to me on my unpopular opinion for the Dallas Cowboys, where I said that Cowboys fans are horrible and that they have no home field advantage. You're talking about a home game in the divisional round against the Packers, where you are hosting. You are supposedly the better team. And I will tell you, there is no crowd after this happens. 14-3, people are just silent. Like no one's just sitting there. Well, that was a bad throw. Like that crowd noise right now, compared to like the Chiefs, compared to the Eagles, it doesn't even compare one bit. I guarantee you they'd be loud compared to this. No, it's just no rush. Just all the protection in the world. All the time. That's all day. Geronimo Allison. Look at him. Look at this somewhat man coverage, zone coverage. He had 10 yards radius around him. Rod Marinelli, get out of here. This is horrible defense by the Cowboys. They had to get to the quarterback because their secondary could not stop any receiver. So they just had to outscore everybody. Oh, get in there. Take it to the 10, Zeke. Oof, Dez. That's all Dez could do in the later part of his career. Stepping up in the pocket, Dak Prescott to Dez. One of the few rare times that happened. They did not have that same relationship that Dez and Tony had. Dez Bryant, should he return to the Cowboys? Did an episode on that. What's happening here? Oh, that went out. Oh. Call him Butterfingers. Pulling the slot. Jesus Christ. Oh, dear God. Automatic. That's Scandrick. Man was made out of glass. He probably tore an ACL there. Who's there? JJ. JJ. I'm gonna go back to 2017 when this happened.
I'm gonna write you a strongly worded tweet.
Dwayne. Wait, was that Dwayne Harris? That wasn't Dwayne Harris, I don't think. Dwayne Harris was 17. That was 13. Lucky Whitehead. Oh my god, I forgot about Lucky. Tag. Oh no. Oh no. He read that so well. Micah Hyde is a great defensive back. Oof. Oof. I don't remember it being this bad. Oh! He's alright. He's alright. John Gruden's just over there. Like, I'll tell you what. I like that guy. I like that guy a lot. Oh, use his legs. Great throw. That's just watch the footwork here. Watch the footwork. Off balance throw too. It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips. Hips. It's over 100. Yeah. Look at the blocks. Oh! Penal. Tarjeta. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. You cannot judge this. I mean, Clay got through, but Zeke, baby. Oh. That was
scrumptious.
That's a little floater. That's a little floater. Stop. Just get him off my screen. Thank you. Oh. The QB option. Oh. Oh. What a game. What a game. I gotta watch this whole thing over again. I mean, if you want defense, you're not getting it. Ty Montgomery wasn't even a true back. Yeah, he gets 9 yards. Oh. That's a great play call. They're not going to expect that. Anytime you run read option against the Cowboys, it works every single time. Guaranteed. Stop it. But it was pass interference, huh? It's a pass interference?
Pass interference. Defense, number 42.
Like this right here. Just look at your top left-hand corner of your screen, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, say it with me. Pass interference is what you called the Cowboys secondary for about 6 years. Look at this composure by Dak Prescott. You say he's not clutch? You say he's not clutch?
Look at Curry, though, man. Look at Curry, man. Look at Curry, man. Look at Curry, man. Look at Curry, man.
I say nay. Just look at the composures. Footwork in the pocket. That's old reliable. He gets the first down. Knocked on it because it's automatic. Oh, Zeke didn't pick up the block there. Composure. Dan Bailey. It's automatic. That's automatic. 35 seconds left. The game's over, right? The game's over, right? Ty Montgomery. He's not even a real back. Can't give up that much yardage. Jesus Christ, Jeff Heath. Okay. All right. Let's just. You can't do anything about it. You cannot do anything about it. It's a 3rd and 20. Jared Cook, you son of a bitch. I want you to know that when I watched this, when I saw the replay and they reviewed it and they called it a catch, I remember being in my living room. This is why this is one of my favorite sports moments. Is that I was in the living room with my entire family. My entire family. Christmas tree was still up, even though this was like January. Christmas tree was still up. I was sitting on the edge of our sofa. Sitting down, standing up somewhat, but I was wearing my Color Rush Dak Prescott jersey. And when this happened, and I knew it was a catch, Mason Crosby is going to come out and kick the game-winning field goal. It is tied at 31 at this point. They're going to win 34-31. And I was like, they're going to win. Because Mason Crosby doesn't miss those. He's clutch. I had an epiphany at that moment. I had a realization that I can't even be mad at this team. I can't be mad at how the Cowboys played. I fell in love with football again watching Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott that year. 2016 with the Pittsburgh Steelers game, with the Minnesota Vikings game, and this game in particular as well. Those 3 games I remember vividly from the 2016 season because watching Dak Prescott, watching Ezekiel Elliott, and seeing the future of the Dallas Cowboys. 4 years after this moment. 4 years. And I still love Ezekiel Elliott, still love Dak Prescott. You can see it in the background. And you know this if you follow the podcast. But in that moment, I was tired of just not feeling like the future of the Cowboys. I wasn't feeling a future. I wasn't feeling momentum. I was just like, they're going to be mediocre for the rest of my time. There was no optimism there. But watching Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott play together, I fell in love with football again. And when this happened, I will admit, I get mad at Cowboys games. There's been a few in this last year. Like the Jets game, the Bears game, where I was livid. But watching this game, it was weird because my entire family reacted in disappointment and sadness, and they expected me to just be, I mean, angry. They expected me to do some mad shit, but I just sat there, and I will literally tell you, this was my entire reaction. They played good. They played a great season. I'm happy how they played. The defense was terrible, but there's not much they would have done. I realized that their defense was just atrocious. But that offense, I thought to myself, look, we're going to have 8 to 10 years of Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott. Still hopefully the case. But this ain't going to be the last time that they're going to be a threat in the playoffs. So I wasn't mad at all. I was like, that was a great game to watch. That was beautiful. That was some great football being played. And that's why this game is one of my favorites of all time. One of my favorites of all time. Number 4, Real Madrid versus Juventus, 2018/2019. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not just my favorite, one of my favorite moments in sports history, but this should be in almost everybody's list of best sports moments if you're a soccer fan. This has to be the greatest goal that I've ever seen. Greatest goal I've ever seen by the greatest player. This is Noodlehead Ronaldo. Noodlehead Ronaldo was cracked. I mean, he was on something. The man stays winning. Have you seen his girlfriend? Have you seen him? Have you seen this goal? So, let's bring it up a little bit. Not the best quality, but hey, we'll rock with it. Put it full screen for you guys. Oh, Ronaldo! This ain't the goal. Just look at him. Look at the noodle head. Just beautiful touch. Isco with a great pass, but pristine touch on the ball. Dybala. My favorite soccer player of all time, Sergio Ramos. I have that jersey, by the way. My favorite jersey. Higuain. Oh! Sergio Ramos. That's dad. That's dad right there. Keylor Navas is the most underrated keeper in the entire world. By far. The fact that Real Madrid let him go for Courtois, he went on to PSG. Courtois has been horrible. He's had a good stretch as of late, like in those last few games. But Keylor Navas, I mean, just a brick wall. And that right there solidifies it right there. Look at the reaction. Nope. This is it. Oh! Zidane's reaction. Beautiful pass by Carvajal, but the finish. And this is my favorite moment. It's not the goal itself. It's this. It's that. Look at the reaction. Wait. No, let's go back. This was... Where's this guy? That guy. Look at him. And Ronaldo pays his respects. That is a moment in soccer history that should be remembered forever. You're talking about a legend in the sport, but hated by many. Hated by many. They're on the road. They're away at Juventus. And that really solidified the game. I think this was the first leg, so they still had a full leg to go. But after that was demoralizing for Juventus. Especially they have to go away for the second game. But in that moment, where the entire crowd recognizes how great Ronaldo is and how great that goal was, they witnessed greatness. And for Ronaldo to pay that respect, beautiful, beautiful moment that I will never forget. And also the reason why I love it so much is that this was a time where Eddie and I would always get together in his dorm and watch Champions League games. We would have the main game that we wanted to watch on his Xbox, and we had my laptop. I would always bring it, and I'd always get like some food, like Chick-fil-A or something, Burger King, whatever, because that's just what was nearest to UNT. And we would have it on the screens just to watch them because I fell in love with Champions League after our freshman year. And we would watch it and have a blast. I'd spend the entire day there. And, man, I loved it. In that moment, right when the goal happened, this happened, and we just started screaming. We couldn't believe it. And if you haven't listened to the podcast about it, I remember screaming. And then we just stayed silent because we couldn't believe it. And then some of his roommates, like in the actual hall, came out of their room. We could hear them come out of the room. And they were like, what the fuck was that noise? And we just stayed silent because we didn't want to bother anyone, but we just couldn't fucking believe it. Awesome moment. Awesome moment. All right, number 3. I'm sorry for all the Falcons fans out there, but Patriots versus Falcons from 2017, the 28-3 lead.
Super Bowl 51.
Did she jump off? Where'd she go? We never know. I skipped like the entire second quarter because I was like, this is where it really gets interesting. I'll move on to where it's 28-3. All right, this is where it all began. The comeback starts here. Doesn't mean shit if you can't finish. 28-3. Julian Edelman. He used to be a quarterback. Oh! 4th and 3. What a risk, but it's Paid off by Danny Amendola. Unbelievable. Get that easy touchdown. It's a start, right? It's a start. The defense really stepped up in the second quarter. That's an incomplete. What's a catch? We still don't know. Great rush. Look at the stunts. Well done. Oh, he... Dante Hightower. Look at Dante, man. Devontae missed that entire block. That's such a big-time play. Dante Hightower. So underrated. So underrated, in my opinion. He doesn't get the credit he deserves. Nice. Just force that one in there. Aggressive on that. Going for two, huh? Was this the XFL? Oh! He did the... He did the... James White, have a day. 28-20. Can they get a stop here? Well, that's not a good start. Oh, that's not. Oh. Ooh. As a fan, you got to clench your butt cheeks on that one. This is where the catch happens. This is what I always remember. Joe Buck with the call. Joe Buck, give it to me. Wait for the replay. That is when I knew it was like, they can't lose this game now. If you're making plays like that, future MVP of the Super Bowl. Jesus. Way to come back on that, Hogan. And then the move. Hit him with the old 1-2. I was about to say who caught that. James White. Ooh, Bennett. Damn. That's a good call. That is a good call, though. HB toss. Good enough block. Squeezes it in there. 28-3 lead. Gone. Gone. Even if you hate the Patriots, you have to appreciate the grit and the toughness to come back and to have that score at the end. Incredible, people. Incredible. Number 2 on the list. My favorite moment. I get a little emotional. My favorite moment in sports history. And look at the board. Look at it. Forget about number 14. We don't talk about him. El Chucky Lozano. Carlos Vela. Miguel Layún. Guardado. HH. Ayón Salcedo. Ayala. Moreno. Gallardo. You watch this World Cup and you see how important Jesus Gallardo is to not only this game, but the other 2 group stage matches against Sweden and Korea. Yeah, Korea. Or Japan. No, it was Korea. I'm dumb. I don't know. I forget. But, dude, Gallardo was very important. Edson Alvarez becoming one of my favorite players in the world. Aquino, Peralta, Corona, Dos Santos, Jimenez, Fabian, Dos Santos, Guti. Oh, I love Guti. El Patron, Rafa Marquez. Oh, I can't forget about Guillermo Ochoa. The brick wall that is Guillermo Ochoa. This is loud. This is not in Spanish. Fuck. Let's. This is embedded into my mind. Chills, bro. Chills. Look at him. Look at how fucking stressed he is right here. I will always remember that. I don't know how many times I cried this day. I was so proud. This is the beginning of El Chucky Lozano era.
Para el 1-0 contra el campeón del mundo. Mira qué gran jugada hace Javier Hernández, el Chicharito. Cómo se bota. Toca de primera intención apoyándose y se voltea.
No. Oh, you forgot the best part. Oh, man. This is the first time I cried in the game. Then the Chucky Lozano goal. Funny story of when the goal happened. What just happened? Okay. I was watching it with my dad, my mom, and Liam, my nephew. He was just over 1 at the time, so he was just playing around. He's up early anyways, but this was happening. He's playing. He's right next to me though, and I start chanting. I'm just going, but as soon as he scores, I yell. Oh my God. And I yell so loud. He starts crying. And I felt so bad. So I grabbed him. Like, I just literally, like, hugged him. And I just, like, put him next to the screen. I was like, look, Liam, look, they just scored. Yeah, and I tried to, like, make him happy. But he was just crying out loud. Oh my God, I was terrified. Another funny story. Not funny, but it's just really bad timing. At the end, right at the 90th minute, when they call the game, just over a few minutes in extra time. The crowd is just waiting for the whistle. They're saying, like, come on, like, fucking call it, right? And I'm yelling it too. My mom's yelling it too. Someone gave Liam chocolate. And, he could eat it, right? But he ate the full thing. Like, a little fun size, like Snickers. Boy just swallowed it whole. He started choking. And I'm looking at the game. It's about to end. But I'm also looking at Liam, who's, like, dead face, like, red. And I'm like, what do we do? And my mom, like, puts him in the Heimlich. And, like, we're just trying to get out. She puts her finger in his throat, like, just trying to scoop it out, because it was in there. And I'm, like, looking back and forth. I'm like, what the fuck is happening, right? We get the chocolate out, and I turn around. The game's over. And then I just break down. Oh, I'm sweating just telling it. All right, guys. That has to do it. I hope you enjoyed that episode. I really did. I had a lot of fun recording it. All right. So thank you for joining us on this episode of the Bubble It Sports podcast and this video. Please make sure to put in your submissions anywhere that you can contact me through. And then we'll do another episode on this to where I just do my reaction to your favorite moments and anybody's favorite moments in sports. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time on the Bubble It Sports podcast.
So tell me who's the GOAT, I'll tell you who's not great. And which team always make you go right way? Yeah, hold on. Tell me who's your top 5 quarterbacks right now, dead or alive, huh? And how much do you care about a ring if the best player got carried by the team? Now would you lose if it been a better draft pick? And do you cuss when your team get their ass kicked? Now do you keep it classy or you keep it ratchet? For the man with the magic. Now who is he? It's the boy Bubba Lutz coming through. Hella clutch, flawless, can't be touched. It's the boy Bubba Lutz. Yeah,